kind of a snapshot of the East and see where things stand in your mind. Philly out of the playoff picture. Let's break this down section by section, guys. Legit contenders on that board. I'll exclude Cleveland because that's obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me is Boston Celtics. You have to have them as a legit contender. What they've done, I've been so impressed, GA and Matt, without Gordon Hayward, and then also the number of guys that they added. I think it was only like 4 guys.
4 guys left, yeah.
Last year, so they're only going to get better as far as chemistry and cohesiveness. I look at the Raptors. I love what they've done as far as the style of play and their bench. I still have a little reservation about them on the road. They're great at home, but on the road, I still have a little bit of reservation about them. And the Washington Wizards, they could get there, but I think for them is they got to let go that they're a great team. They're a good team, and they have room to become a great team. Mm-hmm. But I think they think they're a great team right now, GA, and I think they're a good team, very good team. I don't think they're great yet.
You kind of hear great from them.
I do.
You don't
you want to have confidence.
See great.
You want to have confidence.
I think they have a great backcourt.
Yes.
I don't think they're a great team. I do think Toronto, the issues on the road, that is a concern. But when you look at the way they play and their depth, I think they're legit. Mm-hmm. I would also say Milwaukee's a team that's got a chance to become a contender. I would add them into that category as well.
So wait, you want to move them onto that board?
I think with the addition of Eric Bledsoe, because that's what they didn't have. They didn't have another guy that you had to game plan for. Malcolm Brogdon, I love. He's a terrific player, but he's more of a complementary scorer. Now that they have another first-line scorer, and by that I mean he's a guy that he can beat one-on-one defense consistently. You know, Eric Bledsoe could do that. Shot selection's got to improve. Mm-hmm. He also gives them a good element defensively. I think that helps them. So I think I could see them going to that. The Wizards, I'm with you. You know what? Last year was terrific. You lost the 7th game that you in a series you could have won. But you got to validate it like all the other teams have. Cleveland, Boston, Toronto, they're elevating. They're not falling back. So I still have them right now a notch below. I think Milwaukee could move into that category.
And I think with Milwaukee, scary part if they can get Jabari Parker back, playing the way he was, just like the way he was playing last year. That's when you have to really elevate Milwaukee.
Milwaukee to me is a shooter away, for one. Wizards got to finish games. Just got to be better at the end of games, and they should have won one of those first 2 games in Boston last year.
For me, I think Washington's now, the way I'm looking at it, just from my point, they're a player away from me now. Not just finishing game. I think they need something else coming off that bench, or even the starting lineup.
I'm with you.
I think they have to make a move to bring in another player
away.
Continues to be an issue. All right, next group down. Greg would like to see the Bucks out of this category and into the.
I just had an epiphany. That's why I went that route.
That's all right, but for the moment, they're still in this middle category.
Yeah.
Which is teams, and you just addressed the Wizards and maybe the Bucks. A move away from joining that first group and or pleasant surprises. This is kind of a mishmash of a category.
Yeah, well, but I think, listen, we would have said this about the Pistons a week ago, but they lost 6 in a row.
Yeah.
The Pacers' biggest surprise in the league, to me. Nate McMillan, Coach of the Year right now with what he's been able to do with that group. Remember, Miles Turner hadn't been healthy all year.
Right.
And Victor Oladipo has been an all-star, period, end of story. He has been phenomenal. That combo guard, they play fast. They can score on anybody.
Yep.
And this team is having fun. They play the game the way, if you were coaching, this is how you would draw up how I want my team to play. The ball movement, they don't have the talent that the Golden States and the Houstons and the Clevelands have, but they have the ability to play the game. That's why they've had so much success. And I think they have a legitimate chance because when you look around in that East, outside of those top 2 teams, really, you don't feel like you can't beat anybody else. Right. I think that's one reason why you have so much parity in that Eastern Conference.
What I love about the Pacers is, to kind of GA's point, they can play however you want to play. If you think you want to run up and down, we're pretty good at that. And then I like that they're old school half court. We have guys that you can throw it into, and Turner and Sabonis, who are not bad. And then I think Darren Collison is not getting enough credit.
Incredible.
He's been very good, I think, from a leadership standpoint from the Pacers. And like you said, Nate McMillan, no one's talking about Nate, what he's done. He's done a fantastic job. And they have guys playing well. And Lance Stevenson is the X factor to me because he's the one guy. They can keep him. I still want him to be loose, but if he can stay focused, he's a nightmare of a matchup because you can't put guards on him. He's so strong, and then he blows by bigger guys. So, and you can play him at the 4 sometimes if you want to because he'll take that challenge.
And he does all kinds of stuff. Some of
stuff.
it a little out there.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of good
You
stuff.
got to take the
a lot
bad
of
with the
winning
good.
plays at the end of the games, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff thrown in
He
there.
might spin around 7 times, but long as the ball go in, I'm
And the
okay
one
with
thing
it.
he has, though, that they need, he doesn't have fear. He's not afraid to go make a play when you need one. And on a young team, that's an invaluable asset to have. That's one reason why that X factor that Smitty speaks of makes them a dangerous team because they can really score the basketball. Like, they're going to put pressure on your defense. I don't care who you are.
I'm going to put them in their own little special category in this thing, which is the team unlikely to win the East, but you don't really want to play in a series.
Not at all. You don't want to. I mean, because they can wear you down, and they can make it uncomfortable because they're good enough and talented enough to go win one of them games on the road and win it by 15 just because they can get hot.
Right. All right, final category. It's the bottom of the standings page we showed you a little while ago. And when you look at it, what stands out from that group at the bottom? I don't know where you want to start that. Let's say 7 through 10, Pistons, Knicks, Heat, and 76ers.
You know, I think you start off with the Detroit Pistons because, about a week ago, week and a half?
Which version?
Week and a half ago, they were at 2. And the one thing I looked at the Pistons, I kind of looked at their schedule and said they're going to come back to earth because all these games were at home. It's a new arena. For me, I love their team individually. There's some guys I say I can pluck off, and Tobias Harris and Drummond and all those guys. I don't like them collectively because I look at them and say, are they an inside team? Are they a running team? Are they a defensive team? And if I can't never answer a question with Detroit Pistons who they are and what's their strengths are. What do they play to their strengths? They don't play to their strengths every game to me.
Yeah, and I'm with you. That they're the team that I have the least amount of confidence in. I think Philly, I think the Knicks, I think they're going to battle to make it to the postseason. And I'm going to say this, a team that's not on that list, the Charlotte Hornets. I would keep an eye on that group moving forward. They've had a lot of significant injuries. Obviously, the coach is not there right now, so they don't have the continuity. But it's not like they're 8 games out. They're 2 games out.
I picked them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, so I think they're a team that's going to be there. Philly's going to be fine. I mean, they're a 500 team. And you got to remember, Embiid's still not there every night. He's been out the last 2.
Well, that's a question mark, though, moving forward, right?
I'm always assuming you're going to be healthy.
Right.
You know, when we do this stuff, otherwise, why the hell else would we have Cleveland as a favorite? Because we're assuming LeBron's going to be healthy.
Sometimes you have to factor in track record.
Yeah, that's
with
a very
Embiid,
good
I mean,
point.
he hasn't played very well.
Doesn't have
I also think, Fultz will come back. And if he can be just solid, I think he definitely can help them.
Right.
They need another guard to help Ben Simmons and also take off some pressure from him.
I still feel like it doesn't matter if they make the postseason. If they're playing meaningful games late in March, I think that's fine.
Well, but postseason matters
love to
from
make
a
it.
confidence standpoint.
I understand you'd rather
for your
make it
team,
than not.
Your fan base, because that shows real progress. If that group from 2 years ago is in the postseason in a much improved Eastern Conference, that's a significant step for that fan base. And what nobody talks about, and I never thought of this, they become a destination for free agencies.
Right.
For free agents, because Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, they ain't bad.
Right.
I wouldn't mind playing with them if I'm an A-list guy.